Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're all safe and well. So today we're doing a stitch with me, and as you can see, it's my supersized tiger family. So we'll get into this. I'm deciding which one to work on. I was going to work on the Daydream Tigers, but as I said before, I haven't got all the threads sorted out, so I was like, nah, it's going to be too much messing around because I'll be rummaging for the floss I need, and so I thought I will just stick with one that's all ready to go. Whatever this one here means, it gets me closer to a page finish. So you will more than likely hear birds again. They're out in force today. Put the camera the opposite way around as well, so hopefully, I'm hoping, but it probably will, I'm hoping my fingers don't get in the way. Got a funny feeling they more than likely will do. I'll wait till the Black Friday sales start on Amazon, I think, and order my other phone holder that I used to have. A replacement one of them. Hopefully they're on special. So as normal, let's start with some work updates, shall we? So, if you remember, I mentioned a while ago now about the old bloke who dyed his hair. He has now shaved his hair off. It looks a lot better for it. Come in the other day and all his hair had gone. I was like, I think you look better. Well, it's picked up a little bit, not a huge amount. So I don't know what's happened there. I'm gonna say normally Christmas time, well, near Christmas time we start getting flat out, but we've only got, I think it's 4 weeks left of work. Then we break up for Christmas. Well, whereas before I mentioned that we was only meant to be having like 2.5 weeks off. So originally they said we were breaking up for Christmas on the 20th. They've now changed that. We're now breaking up on the 15th. Yeah, so we're now breaking up on the 15th. We don't go back till the 8th. I think it's the 8th of January. So that means we get a full 3 weeks off, which is awesome. Hang on a minute, I'm on the wrong row. Wait, no, not. There we go. I thought I was on the wrong row. So yeah, so we are now actually getting the full 3 weeks off. So that's really good. As I mentioned last week, the boss was going in for a hernia operation. And the guy who shaved his hair, he's had several hernia operations. And the boss kept saying he'd be back at work by Friday. And he's like, nah, he says, there's no way he'll be in work by Friday. He says, trust me. He says, he'll be in too much pain. He turned up on Thursday, the day after his surgery. I was like, what the hell? I was like, shouldn't you be at home in bed? He says, well, I'm getting there eventually. But I don't know what time he goes, but he gets up early in the morning and he goes walking with, I'm assuming it's a club of some kind. His wife goes running. He goes walking. So he'd already been out on a walk. So I don't know how far he walks or whatever. But yeah, he'd been out on a walk. I've been coming to work. He didn't stay very long. That's stitching there or not? No. So yeah, he'd already been for a walk. And then he came into work, he was only there for about an hour, and then he went home. And then he come in on Friday. And again, he was there for about 2 hours and then went home. obviously is in a lot more discomfort than you thought it was going to be. But it's great him not being there. Mind you, it won't be on my saw anyway, which is good. Well, it shouldn't be on my saw, because I'm doing fence palings. And those ones you have to go through the wood and sort it out so you can get the best cuts for the palings. So when I'm doing them, it normally stays off my saw, which is good. So yeah, I got put onto the fence palings the other day, and the boss who loads all the trucks up and that, he was loading the truck up on Wednesday, I think it was, maybe Thursday. And I said to him, just out of curiosity, I said, how many of these do you need? I said, because no one said how many you needed. He says, oh, he says, if I remember rightly, he says, it's about 50 packs. I went, 50? He went, yeah. And started laughing. I said, that's going to take me forever. He started laughing at me and then carried on loading truck. So yeah, so I've got a big order. And then I've still got those 500 packs of the other ones that I've got to get done at some point. So yeah, I'm going to be busy for a while. Sorry, mine was twitching for some reason. I don't know why it's twitching. And what day was it now? Friday. 3 lads were on the splitting saw. And all of a sudden there was a big bang. I was like, wait your turn. I knew the blade had snapped. The blade, I don't know if the blades are too cheap or what, I have no idea, but they keep snapping. So the blade had snapped. So they were sorting out trying to get the blade out and then replace it. Anyway, it must have gone with some force because it actually bent a piece of the saw inside. A bracket of some kind, I don't know what the bracket's for. So then they were trying to straighten that out so they could get the saw back up and running again. And that took them, I'd say, a good part of maybe an hour to get sorted out. Shane had to help out in the end and they got it fixed. And then what was I doing? I was tying up one of my packs that I'd done, and all of a sudden there was this almighty bang. I was like, what the hell was that? And all I saw was all this crap flying from my saw. And I thought, oh, my saw's broken, yes. I was so excited. Turns out the airline had just blown off. I was like, oh crap. So I had to then go and fix the airline. So nobody else could use the saws until I fixed the airline. It was a bit of excitement. But yeah, I honestly thought my saw had broke and I was so excited. And then found out it wasn't. I was so gutted. Other than that, nothing else about all the excitement for work. As you know, I feed the birds at work. There's 2 magpies that keep coming. Mr. and Mrs. Magpie. Well, they've actually brought the babies now, so they've got 2 babies. So they brought those in the other day. Normally you hear them in the tree, but you don't actually see them. Anyway, they actually, one day one came in and then the other day both of them were there. I was like, I've got the 2 babies. So So the babies didn't stay in the shed too long, because obviously people started turning up, so they disappeared again. So yeah, so they've started bringing their babies in. Waiting for the butcher birds to bring their babies in, which I'm assuming won't be too far off now. That's that colour. Shane's gone with his sister and her husband. I've gone looking for fridges because the house that they've moved into, the slot for where the fridge goes is not big enough for their fridge. So, I mean, ours isn't big enough for our fridge, so we've just got it in the dining room. But no, she doesn't want it in the dining room. She needs a brand new fridge. So they've gone looking for a brand new fridge. So they're off looking up fridges. Now you may remember me saying that they weren't happy with the house and they said that they weren't going to stay there long. Now they're getting used to it, so they probably are going to stay there. Alright, where we started with this one. Up here. So yes, we're going to get a fridge and have a look at either a laptop or a computer for Shane's sister, because she's wanting to start doing some kind of work from home or something like that. She's got that many ideas, who knows. But yeah, she wants to start working from home doing something, but I can't remember what she says she wants to do. Shane says, oh yeah, she'll be coming round after we've been shopping so that you can help set up the laptop. So, what do you mean, so I can help set up the laptop? He says, well, you're the best person to set them up. It's like, one, it's going to take about 2 hours for it to, when you first boot it up, to set everything up. I said, and then the program she wants to install, I says, I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory of how to put them on. And my sister Shana says, you know how to install programs. I says, so you can do it just as well as I can. But, we'll see. Come on, get in. Thank you. So yeah, so they might be coming around later on, so it's like, joy. Probably all them for 2 hours. Hopefully it's a fast computer and it loads everything quickly. So the youngest niece, she had a friend around the other day, and they were mucking around in the bathroom. I don't know what they were doing, but somehow her friend managed to kick her finger, and she come running out the bathroom in tears, going, Mum, my finger doesn't look right. What do you mean it doesn't look right? It doesn't look right. Shane's sister had a look. Yep, she says, ooh. She says, that don't look right. She says, I think you've dislocated that. She says, what? She says, I can't fix that. So we're going to have to go to the hospital. So, going to the hospital. They were only there half an hour, she says, which was good. So the doctor popped her finger back in, but he said it didn't feel right when he popped it back in. So he sent her for an x-ray, just to double check. He said it may have been broken as well, but it wasn't, so it was just dislocated. So yeah, they were only there for half an hour. So she's just got to keep it strapped up, as far as I'm aware, for a couple of days. Which way to go? There's all sorts of directions. Shane's adamant now. He wants to get a... What was it he wanted? He wanted a spa. Lazy spa. One of these ones that you blow up or something like that. He wants one of them at Christmas time. I was like, where are you going to get the money from for one of them? He went, our wages? These lazy spas are like $600. No. What was it? Christmas time, we get paid out our holidays from work, so we get extra because with the holidays over here you get extra. I think it's 17% loading or something like that on him. So he thinks he's going to be able to afford a lazy spa. Then he changed his mind and he wanted a petrol remote control car. They're about $400. Then he was on about getting both of them. It's like, how much money do you think you're actually getting, Shane, at Christmas? And then that changed and he was just going to get a pool. Because the pools are cheap, they're only about $60. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I don't know where he thinks all the money's coming from. It's like, Shane, we've got to get the bills paid first before we see what money we've got left over. And then he's only about wanting to buy more plants. I was like, oh my goodness. You must think you're going to get like $1 million at Christmas or something. Well, he's out as well. I've told him to have a look at... He's gone to a place called Harvey Norman. I think that's where he's gone. Told him to have a look at... See if they've got any headphones. Because yet again, my headphones are playing up. They don't connect to my phone sometimes, and I have to wait like an hour before I can connect them to my phone. I don't know why. They just started the other day. So I was trying to just have a look, see how much the headphones and that are where he's going, because they've got the Black Friday sales on already. But don't even want, he needs to look for like ones that go over the top of my ears, or the ones that have got like a little hook thing attached to the earbuds now that like make them so they don't fall out your ears. So he's gonna have a look and see what he can see. And how much they're going to cost as well. I don't need an expensive pair, I need a cheap pair, they're only for work. If you heard that noise, that's a gecko in the garage. Or probably just on the outside of the garage door. Now, speaking of geckos, Shane was outside in the garden yesterday. And he shouted me out there, so I was out there for some reason. Can't remember what. And I was heading back in. And there's a really big gecko on the wall. I was like, wow, he's a big one. And I got closer to it and it didn't move. So I touched it, it didn't move. And I was like, I think that's dead. So I prodded it again, it didn't move. So I went to pick it up. I was like, yep, that's definitely dead. But it was dead and it was still stuck to the wall. I don't know how the heck it was still sticking to the wall. So yes, it was dead. So Shane says, oh, we better put that somewhere, because that's going to start stinking soon and it's going to really smell. And I was like, fair enough. And Shane, he's obsessed with smelling stuff. So he sniffed it. He went, oh, that's going already. He said, I can smell it. He's like, what are you sniffing it for? You know it's dead. So he threw it in the garden somewhere. And literally, it'd been in the garden 2 minutes. And then ants from, I don't know where they all came from, but this thing was absolutely covered in ants. It was completely smothered. I've only had to chase one critter this week, which was a skink, which the kittens brought in. I don't know where they got it from, but they brought it in. I think it was Mrs. Miggins asked what a skink is, so I have a picture of a skink. I'll put it on at the end, so you can see what it is, but basically it's like a little lizard. They're generally like, they even have a blackish colour. So yeah, I don't know where the kittens got it from, but they brought it in the house. And I knew they were up to something because I could hear them attacking stuff. I was like, what are they doing? So I went and had a look. Yep, skink. Great. Thanks, cats. I enjoy chasing critters around the house. So caught that and threw him out the back door. Well, not threw him, put him out the back door. I might as well continue with this colour because I've not got many more stitches left of it. Where was I here? We've got a couple of houses down our street with the Christmas decorations up on the outside already. And one of them actually has them on. Well, not during the day, but they had them on the other night. And it's like, seriously? It's not even in the end of November. I know some people get right into the festive spirit and put the decorations and they're up early, but I was a bit too early. Mine don't go up until at least December. It's going to be fun figuring out where to put the tree here, somewhere where it's not going to get blown around by a fan. Or the aircon. It's going to be fun. I've had a couple of stifling hot days here. It's been horrible. So muggy. Meant to be cooling down this week. This week we're only going to be in like the mid to high 20s, but we're meant to be getting a fair bit of rain. So whether they get it or not, it's a different thing. They told us we were going to get storms and rain all last week and we got none. So we'll see what we get this week. The other day, on Friday, leaving work, he got close to finishing and I went to get a new pack of wood to cut. And when you looked out from my saw, it was nice blue sky. And then when I went to where the pack of wood was, it was the opposite direction. And I was like, holy, that sky was black. It's like, we're either going to get a storm or it's just going to absolutely hammer it down. Anyway, we just finished work, putting everything away and turning the saws off, and it started spitting. So some of the guys were like, come on, quick, get in the car. So they all trundled off. Now I had to hang around for Shane because he needed to put when he knows there's going to be rain coming, they put his truck in the shed to protect the windscreen, especially when they say there's going to be hail. So his truck went in the shed, so I had to wait for him. And then he's going to me, come on, hurry up. I was like, hang on, I just need to finish switching this off. And then the HR lady came out. I said, if you're looking for half the stuff, they've gone. She went, no, she says, I'm looking to see if there's anywhere I can put my car. She says, because they've just heard on the weather report or something like that. There's the storm coming through with hail. She says, so I just need to get my car in because she's got Tesla. So I said, oh, you can get it in here. So she went to get her car. And then the boss who does all the hiring and firing and orders go flying around in his car and hit the car parking spot just as the heavens opened. And boy, did they open. I absolutely bucketed it down. So half the staff are trying to figure out where they can get the cars, so the office staff, managers, where they can put the cars under cover. So Shane had to then move his truck back out of the shed so they could get their cars in. So, and it was absolutely hammering it down. It only rained for literally about 10 minutes. But the amount of rain that they got was ridiculous. And when it finished, so by the time they'd all got the cars in, as soon as they got the last car in, it stopped raining, which is generally the case. And then when we were leaving to go to our car, it was still, well, a little bit of rain, but not much. But the side of the road just looked like a stream, well, a raging river actually. It was flowing everywhere because we're on a hill, so it all comes running down. But yeah, it was like a raging river. I think it's been raining. So yeah, that was a fun end to the day. And then we set off to come home, and that was it. There was no more rain. The storm moved through really, really fast. So it was over before I even started. So I do have a couple of questions today. It's not an awful lot. So one of them I've already answered, which is what is a skink? As I say, I'll put a picture of that in at the end. The other one is from Darth Vader Stitches, who wants to know if people at work know that a cross stitch. Nope. The only person who knows at work that a cross stitch is Shane. As I say, I don't take any stitching out of the house, so it all stays in the house. So no, nobody at work knows a cross stitch. Let me just get the other questions, the other ones I can remember off the top of my head. And this is from Aspen Stitcher. I want to know, how are all the bobs doing? So, if you, that's what we call all the fish, bob. All the fish are called bob. So we've had one bob die, which was one of the Corys. So he wasn't swimming around as much as he normally did, but he didn't look ill. And then Shane got the two new neons, tetras, the flame ember, I think that's what they're called, so the red tetras. So he got them, and then about 2 days later, one of the Corys died. But other than that, all the other bobs are doing okay. So Shane's now about going to get another Cory or two. So we'll see if he gets any. And I ain't paying for these ones. He can pay for them himself. But on that, all the bobs are doing well. They've got used to it when they get fed now, so they'll start coming to the top of the tank. And the Plecky gets his wafers, his algae wafers, once a week, that we was told to by the pet shop. So he loves it when they come in. I don't know if he can smell them out, but he can smell them. So I'll be cleaning on side of glass somewhere, and then you drop one in, and boom, that's it, he's off, searching for it. Next question is from Beth, who wants to know if I can show Pattern Keeper in the corner while marking my stitches. Unfortunately, no, because I'm only recording on my phone, so I haven't got the software, if you like, for having Pattern Keeper on at the same time. I know, like Karen does. It was yes, the needle book. I have to come together a name then. Sorry, Karen. Yeah, I know Karen does, but I don't have the software for putting it on at the same time. I think you have to record it on your computer or something like that to have like multiple things showing at the same time. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. I can show you the corner of it as I'm about to press the tick to mark off all my pictures, patterns, stitches. The right words. Words are hard this morning. I've been up since 5:15 this morning, so I fully cleaned and washed the cat trays out, which I do every week, and then another couple of bits and bobs, and it was like 6 o'clock. I was like, oh crap, I want to get the vacuum in that done. I was like, no, let's do it. Shane had got up. It was about 6:15. I was like, right, I'm going to vacuum. So the cats were all out in the cat area. So I was like, right, shut them out there so they can't come in. And it keeps the noise of the vacuum down. Quickly vacuum, mop the floors. Kick Shane out so he didn't walk all over my clean floors while they were drying. I did some more of my housework. By the time I finished all that, it was 7 o'clock. It's like, today's going to be a long day. And I was like, right, do I start doing some stitching? Because I knew he was going to be going out, but his sister was coming for him. And sometimes they call him for a coffee first. So I didn't know what time they was coming. So I thought, well, you guarantee if I get my stitching out, they'll say they're on the way. So I didn't bother getting my stitching out. So I sat here for like 2 hours waiting for them to turn up. They didn't turn up till 9 o'clock. Well, the message Shane at 9 o'clock saying they were on the way. Yes, I've been a busy little week this morning. Emptied the dishwasher from last night because Shane forgot to empty it. Even though he went into the dishwasher to get some out, and then shut the dishwasher and left everything else in there. So you could have emptied that while you had it open. He said, oh, I'll empty it later on, and never did. Yeah. I think you're right. I did that wrong, huh? Split the... So yeah, so although say the ball tip needles don't split your fabric or your threads, they do. Number of times they end up coming in the middle of the fabric. Apologies, that was my phone. So Shane's been... Let me just mute that. How is it? Kelly. Naughty Kelly. So yeah, so Shane's been moaning of a sore throat for the last couple of days. And he was blaming the aircon. So it's got nothing to do with the aircon. It's probably just summer cold. Anyway, yesterday, so Saturday, he got up and his voice sounded terrible. He was all croaky and so my throat is really sore. I was like, well, you better make an appointment for doctors then. So he went there yesterday afternoon and he's got a throat infection. Apparently, according to the doctors, brought on from having the aircon on. I was like, really? He says, yeah, so sometimes, because it's been really hot at night, we've had the aircon on at night time. In the bedroom. And she says, yeah, she says, depending on how you sleep, she says, aircon is not good at night time when you're sleeping. She says, have it on to cool the bedroom down. She says, but turn it off when you go to bed. And because Shane's a mouth breather, not a nose breather, that's why he's got a sore throat. He's got this infection from the aircon. I said, I'm alright then. I said, because I breathe through my nose. So he's like, no more aircon in the bedroom. I said, get stuffed. I said, you can sleep somewhere else then. I said, I'm having the aircon on if I want the aircon on. And it's normally him who tells me to put the aircon on. So it's his own fault. So, but obviously by the time we'd gone out the doctors, all the chemists were shut, so he couldn't get his prescription. So he's going to get that while he's out today, assuming he's taking it with him. But he woke up this morning, he's like, oh, my throat's not too bad today. It's like, you still get your antibiotics. I said, just in case. Okay then. Mm-hmm. We're only at 40 minutes. I thought we were nearly at an hour. Right, what colour do we do next? Let's do this one. starting up here. This one? No, this one. This one. I still haven't sorted my plans out for next year yet. I've got a couple of new starts. There's a couple more I want to start. I don't know how many stitches to do on each one. I still got to work that out. Okay. So I silenced my phone, but it's still pinging. How does that happen? I'll try again. Mute it again. Yeah, I've been watching I'm a little bit behind on FlossTube. I was watching Jamie from, I think it's Jamie? Cross Stitch and Chill. I think that's what the channel is. She was saying that she was it Jamie? I can't remember who it was now. No, it might not be. Whoever it was I was watching. They put down that they wanted to get to for the target for the year was to get an extra 5% in on the pattern or 10% or something like that. So I was thinking, that might work. Maybe each of my projects get an extra 2% or something like that, because as you know, most of them are heids, so for the larger heids, 2% is going to be a page, maybe 2 pages. That's but then I've got the time to get all that done, so I still haven't decided. I'll figure it out at some point. When I get a chance to get on my computer, it'll be easier. I just do a spreadsheet of how many stitches each pattern's got and how many I've got left to do, then try and work out how long I want to do them over, 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and then so you're right. So for this pattern for each month, I need to get this many stitches or whatever in order to complete it by my given time scale. I might do that. Or I just have no plans and just stitch what I can on each one. So Mum had the doctor out the other day. The doctor comes and sees her every now and then just to make sure everything's okay and whatever. So she was out the other day. So my mum has a walking stick, so it's one of these walking sticks with the 4 legs on it. So she has that, and the doctor's told her she's not got it set up right. It's too low. So when she's walking, she's leaning forward a bit. She says, so that's why you keep falling. She says, you're not stood up straight. So I've readjusted a walker. She's got new glasses. What else did she say? She's got some kind of cushion or something for her seat, because she's got one of those electric seats that tip you forward so she can get out. And she's got some kind of cushion or something on I don't know what it is. I think it's one that blows up and lets itself down and stuff like that, to prevent any kind of bed sore kind of things. I'm not 100% sure. So that one wasn't working right, so the doctor's getting that sorted. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good, the doctor my mum has. If she thinks someone needs doing, she gets onto people straight away. Whereas my mum can ask like the carers to get onto someone, and it takes them forever. Well, this doctor, you tell her, and you can guarantee within a day or two, like, someone's phoning up saying, yeah, we're going to come out and do this for you, or we're going to come out and do this. So she's really, really good, which is what you want. Your brother's not been down and done any more of the conservatory. He's been flat out trying to get this other one finished. Like this other work that he's doing finished. So I don't know when he's coming back down. I say he's going to start going to the cold weather soon, so he's not going to be able to do much out there. Mum was like, oh, I thought you might have got the windows in by now. Well, no point putting the windows in until you've got a roof on. So yes, I don't know when he's coming back to do any more of that. Hopefully it won't be too long. Oh, I don't know. Let's get my fossil tangled up. You might actually be able to see now. A lighter green. You know, I'll do this every time I put my needle down. I can never find it again. Pull it out. Good stuff. Try that again. Alright, now 50 minutes. So apparently we've got a new wave of COVID going around Queensland. It's the new variant strain, whatever. And we've got 250 people with it. All that are in hospital with it. One of them, I can't remember what they said now. And all the doctors demanding that masks and that come back. And it's like, there's hardly anyone got it. Anyway, the chief health officer over here turned around and said, nah. I said, we're not bringing masks back. He says, you can wear them if you want to. He says, but we're not bringing it back. He says, it's 2023 now, not 2020. He says, we've got vaccines out there. He says, we've got medication for it now. He says, no. He says, you've just got to learn to live with it. He says, we're not bringing masks back. He says, just because a couple of people have got it. I was like, yes, nice one. Not nice one that people have got it, but nice one that we don't have to wear masks, because I hate wearing those things. He says, it'll be gone before you know it anyway. He says, the wave only normally lasts a couple of weeks. He says, and then that's it. So he says, we're not bringing it back. That'll do, mate. So, the other week, I don't think I mentioned it on my last dish with me, the mobile network that I'm on went down. So, we left for work at just gone 5 in the morning, and I had no service. This said SOS on my phone. I was like, okay. Sometimes it plays up. And Shane checked his phone, he had no service. Got to work, still no service, and then it come on the news that the mobile network was down, and I don't know how long it's going to be till they can get it back up. And nearly everybody at work, except for one guy, was on the same network. So the guy was on one of the other main brands. And I'll tell you what, it made such a difference at work. Because obviously people went and just stood around on the phone instead of working, because they couldn't use the phone. And then at break times people were actually talking to each other, instead of like 6 different TikToks going off. It made such a difference. It was such a good laugh. And then, I think it was just before our lunch break, which is 12:30, it come back on. But that was it. TikToks all going off everywhere, and other videos, and it's like, oh, back to normal. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. I was like, these poor kids from like who were at school and everything like that, they'll probably be heartbroken because they can't use their phones. So what they're gonna do, they'll all be like, Mum, I can't go to school, I can't use my phone, so I'm taking a day sick. So they might actually have to learn something at school now instead of just sitting there on the phones in classes. And your schools over here have now decided that they're going to start, it's up to each school, but most of the schools now are banning mobile phones at school. So the kids take them to school, they either put them in a locker or something like that, or they have these cases that they put it in so that they can't get to the phones. I was like, well, they shouldn't be allowed phones in school at full stop anyway. Yes, I know it's the era. These kids were all brought up with technology, so they're used to it, but still, when you're in a school trying to learn stuff, you shouldn't have your phones there anyway, because you're not going to learn anything. Anyway, everyone was calling for compensation for, like, loss of the phone. Like, businesses couldn't use half of their, like, payment methods, you know, for like your credit cards and stuff like that. So they decided for compensation they were going to give everybody who is on contract 200 free gig of internet. And it's like, what's the point of that? Most people have like more internet than they're ever going to use on their contracts anyway. And people who are on pay-as-go will get unlimited internet at weekends. So there was uproar because all these businesses had lost like thousands of dollars because they had to close, because they couldn't take payments. And yeah, there's that. No, we're not offering any kind of cash incentive or compensation. You get 200 gig of free internet, which no one needs because everyone's either got Wi-Fi or they get enough with a mobile package that they don't need extra. So there's uproar about that. So the network I'm on is Optus. They did an interview with her on the radio, and she was like, How are you calling us?" She went, "On a phone." She says, "Yeah, but how?" She says, "'Cause your network is down." And apparently the CEO of Optus has SIM cards for the Vodafone and Telstra, which are the other two main carriers of here. So she carries those SIM cards around with her as well, just in case. But yeah, she was getting proper ripped into by this woman who was interviewing her. It was funny to listen to. Right, so we're almost at an hour, so we'll call it a day here. So if you do have any questions or comments, again, please feel free to drop those down below. Again, you can email me as well. Email address is dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or I am on Instagram @dizzystitcher, or there's the Facebook group as well, which is Dizzy's Stitches. You can message me in there. So I've already pressed the button, so I'm sorry. I forgot to show it in Pattern Keeper, the Pattern Keeper bit. Never mind. So we have done. Let's leave it off. I don't know if it'll show. There we go. Done 193 stitches. So there's a total. I've done 156,237 out of 727,272. So I'm at 21.48%. It's going to take a while. So that's it from me then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Until next time, take care, stay safe, happy stitching. Bye bye for now.